Alright. Anyone else? D?
No, thank you.
I'm okay.
I'm
Alright.
already eating.
Let's go ahead and try it.
I'll try mine. Just to, I'll try mine butter.
How's it taste?
It tastes just like butter. You should try it. Be daring.
Patrice?
Why
not?
Ooh.
It really does taste just like butter.
Okay.
I'll just get some off your vinegar since I
Just
already.
this little bit right here. Delicious, Mom.
What do y'all think?
I can't believe it's not butter.
I think it's
You
great.
can't believe it's butter? Alright. Well,
It's not butter.
go ahead and write your conclusion down.
I got one.
Alright. Now I have a question, class. If we were to melt this butter, what would happen to it? D?
It goes back to what it was to cream.
And why is that?
Because if we actually reverse, we can actually reverse the situation. So, as you said, reversing means with physical change. So, if we get opposite, it will go back.
That's wonderful. Exactly. That's exactly right. All right, class. So let's clean up our stations. I do have this physical science worksheet. It's a little word puzzle. Just take it home with you and do it this weekend. Turn it in to me on Monday. So let's clean up.
Toss this.
All right. I'll just grab this one. Yeah, we can. We'll pour it out in just a moment. We just have a. Here's one. So we just gotta throw these away and we're good to go. Now, since we've completed our experiment, I would like to turn it over to Ms. Kennedy so she can access you and talk more about physical change.
All right, class. Y'all ready for some physical change assessment questions?
Yes.
Yeah. All right. After doing the experiment, can someone tell me the difference between physical and chemical change? Melinda.
The difference between physical and chemical change is physical change changes the physical characteristics, and it can be reversed, and chemical change changes the whole composition of the material.
That is right. What we've done with the physical change, that sometimes might change the color, the appearance, the shape, the size of it, but chemical change affects the composition, so you are right. Ms. Janet, can you tell me what happens to the state of matter when something undergoes a physical change?
It can change the size, it can change in the color and the shape.
Okay, that's good. Dee, can you tell me what happens to matter when it undergoes a physical change?
So it says that matter is neither created nor destroyed, and then it converts back into its own form.
That's right. Okay, we're going to talk about some items that undergo physical or chemical change, and such as popcorn. Can someone tell me, is that a physical change or a chemical change? Melinda.
It's both. It's
Okay,
both
why is it both?
because it changes physically when it changes from the kernel to the popcorn, but it also changes chemically because when the heat's added to it, you can't turn it back into a kernel. It's just popcorn.
Right. Okay, that's correct. If you paint a wooden chair, what would it be considered? Would it be considered a physical change or a chemical change then?
It will be a physical change.
Okay, why would you say that?
Because physical change consists of something changing, like the color, the size, so that would be color,
Yes.
physical change.
And the reason why it won't be chemical is because you're not dealing with any chemical properties. So, the three most common phases of matter are solids, liquids, and gases. Classes is true or false? True. Okay. In conclusion, we talk a little bit about the physical and chemical changes. Chemical changes take place on a molecular level. It produces a new substance, and some examples would be cooking an egg, the resting of an iron pan. And on the other hand, physical changes are dealing with energy and states of matter. It does not produce a new substance. These changes in the state of the phase includes like melting ice, freezing ice, and condensation. Some examples of physical change would be like crushing a can, melting ice cubes, and breaking a bottle. Okay. What did we learn today? Basically, we learned about physical and chemical changes. We talked more about the physical changes versus chemical. A physical change is a change in substance. It does not change. It does not change what the substance is. An example of this would be a piece of paper. So if I turn this piece of paper in half, this would be considered what, Melinda?
Physical change,
Okay, and why would this be?
because it's still paper.
Right. And that is true, like if I reverse this, I can also like take it back together, it would still be paper. So that's why this would be considered a physical change. We also talked about chemical change a little bit. In a chemical change, there is a chemical reaction, meaning a new substance is formed. If we took the same piece of paper and we burned it and we broke it up into different substances, it would not be